Hi class. Today we're going to be talking about simulations, what they are, when they're used, so on and so forth. What a simulation is a model of a chance outcome. Or it's like pretending or trying to. I'm trying not to use the word simulate, but pretending or modeling a certain chance process without actually doing the chance process. So, for example, like rolling a die, right? 1 through 6, right? You have 1/6 chance of rolling a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, right? A simulation of that could be using your calculator, typing in randint 1 through 6, right? To model that chance outcome. Okay? Because if you hit randint 1 through 6, you still have a 1/6 chance of selecting each number 1 through 6, but it prevents the need for you to roll the die over and over again. You just have to use randint in your calculate to simulate that chance outcome without actually performing it. Okay? So, why would we need that? Like at all, ever? Well, generally, you know, we don't need simulations except in instances where probabilities are not that easy to find. So, for instance, a probability that's a little harder to find would be flipping a coin until you get 3 heads and 3 tails. It's actually not that hard to find, but I bet, probably most of you in this class wouldn't know how to find that. Okay? So like we can actually, a simulation would be a very easy way of trying to determine that probability. Even harder, the probability of rolling a die less than 13 times with the condition that you must roll every number 1 through 6 at least once. Wow, that's an even more complicated situation. Okay, and that probability is quite hard to find. Okay. And last but not least, oh yeah, this is getting into my personal information, so you don't hear this unless you attend the live session. So I apologize. So those are 2 examples, okay? In order to run a simulation, it is usually done by using a table of random digits, a random number generator, or other technology to simulate to simulate the random events, okay? So as I said, one of the examples was instead of rolling a die, you could use the random number generator on your calculator randint, okay? So let's actually take a look at the following example. It's the second example that I just went over. Let's say you're playing a game of chance in which you roll a single fair die until you get one of every number 1 through 6. Whoever gets all 6 numbers in the fewest rolls wins the game. Your friend goes first and gets all 6 numbers in 13 rolls. What's the probability you will win this game by getting all 6 numbers in 12 or fewer rolls? This is tough, okay? But we can actually run a simulation to be able to simulate rolling a die by using randint on our calculator. So if we were to do the simulation, right? The simulation is here, 6, 1. This is a chance process, right? So I have 10 times that I ran the simulation. One time it took 9 rolls. One time it took 12 rolls. One time it took 9 rolls before I rolled every number on my dice. Now, the simulation is what? I'm using my calculator, randint, and I'm just hitting a button instead of actually rolling the die like a bunch of times. Okay, it's a little bit faster. Okay. Based on the simulation, on the one that's here on the screen, right, we have a 60% chance of getting all 6 numbers in fewer than 13 rolls. Okay? Now, my question is this enough simulations to tell the true probability? Why or why not? And the answer is, well, probably not, because the law of large numbers states that the more simulations we do, the closer we get to the true probability. And 60%, that's maybe not a bad estimate, but it may not be accurate. So we need to do a lot more simulations to be able to find the true probability. And as we do the simulations, here's the results of 100 simulations, right? You know, we get around 50%. It becomes closer to 50%. And if we do 1,000 simulations, we actually get really close to the true probability in that we think it's around 45%. Okay? So it's very hard to do this online to show you using technology. But hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, please email me any questions you have about this. Your homework is right here on the last page of the slide. Miss you all. That's it. Bye.